Are you truly prepared for what's about to happen? Think again. Next week could change everything. Experts are sounding the alarm about serious grocery shortages hitting shelves, and you could be caught off guard. Imagine walking into the store only to find crucial items wiped out, prices skyrocketing, and chaos unfolding. It's not a question of if, but when. This isn't just another bump in the road. With supply chain disasters, extreme weather wreaking havoc, and inflation at an all-time high, we're heading straight into a perfect storm. And if you don't act now, getting the essentials might not just be difficult, it could be impossible. We've uncovered the 12 critical items you need to buy today to avoid being left empty-handed. These aren't luxury items, they're what might save your budget, your meals, and even your sanity. Number 7 on this list? It's the last thing you'd expect, but skipping it could be a huge mistake. Don't wait until it's too late. When shelves are stripped bare and you're left standing in the chaos, you'll wish you had acted. Watch to the end. We're breaking it all down so you're ready for what's coming. Time is running out. Number 12. Rice and pasta. Don't underestimate these humble pantry staples. They may be the simplest items on the list, but during a crisis, they're absolute lifesavers. If a food shortage hits, like experts are predicting, rice and pasta will be two of the first things to disappear. The question is, will you have enough when the shelves are stripped bare? Rice, it's cheap, filling, and, here's the kicker, practically indestructible when stored correctly. A single bag can last for months, even years, as long as it's kept in a cool, dry spot. But don't wait until prices skyrocket or stock dwindles to secure yours. Rice is a powerhouse for survival because it's insanely versatile. Toss it into soups, stews, stir-fries, casseroles, or just have it as a quick, reliable side dish. And don't forget, different varieties like white, brown, or jasmine can bring range to your meals. Grab those jumbo bags while you still can. It's a small investment that can make a massive impact on your food supply. Now, pasta. Another unsung hero you cannot overlook. Like rice, pasta is inexpensive and boasts a long shelf life. And here's the best part. It's one of the easiest panic-proof ingredients to whip into something satisfying. Whether it's spaghetti, penne, or macaroni, pasta can stretch your meals further when fresh ingredients run low. Add canned veggies, meats, or even basic sauces, and you've got a hearty meal ready to go. But here's the bad news. These pantry staples vanish almost immediately when panic buying starts. Remember last time? Empty shelves, escalating prices, and nothing left to grab. Don't relive that nightmare. Stock up on rice and pasta now. Before desperation sets in, these two simple carbs could be the difference between calm preparation and pure chaos. Number 11. Frozen vegetables and fruits. These are your secret weapons in surviving food shortages. But don't wait, because once shelves start clearing out, they'll be some of the first items to vanish. Here's why you need them in your freezer right now. Frozen vegetables and fruits aren't just convenient, they're a game changer when fresh produce becomes scarce. Think about it, when fresh veggies disappear, and they will, frozen ones will still be there, ready to fill that gap. They're just as nutritious as fresh produce, but they last months, long after other items have wilted away. Imagine the stress of trying to dodge spoiled food during a shortage. With frozen options stored away, you'll have zero worries. Vegetables like peas, carrots, spinach, and broccoli can go straight from the freezer into your pan, no thawing required. That means easy soups, stir-fries, casseroles, or sides, even when you're short on time or supplies. And the best part? Frozen veggies take up so little space in your freezer, so you can really stock up without sacrificing room. And we're not just talking veggies. Frozen fruits are equally valuable. Think berries, mangoes, peaches. A sweet solution to your cravings when fresh fruits are nowhere to be found. Perfect for smoothies, pie fillings, or quick snacks. They're picked at the peak of ripeness and hold their quality for months. No fancy storage tricks needed, just freeze and go. But here's the catch. When shortages hit, everyone will turn to the freezer aisle. Prices will spike and stock will vanish faster than you think. Don't make the mistake of waiting. Load up on frozen vegetables and fruits now. They could mean the difference between balanced meals and total frustration when the fresh produce is gone. Number 10. Milk alternatives. If you're not already stocking up on these, you're taking a huge gamble. Dairy shortages are becoming more frequent, and when it happens, regular milk will vanish from shelves faster than you can imagine. That's where milk alternatives come in. And trust me, they're not just for vegans anymore. These shelf-stable options can be a lifesaver when times get tough. Think almond milk, oat milk, and soy milk. And these substitutes are no longer niche, they're essential. Why? Because they last so much longer than dairy milk and don't even need refrigeration until opened. Imagine having milk on hand when the refrigerated section is stripped bare and the chaos begins. These cartons quietly sit in your pantry, ready to go whenever you need them. No spoilage, no scrambling. Almond milk is light and refreshing, ideal for cereals and smoothies. Oat milk is creamy and versatile, perfect for coffee, baking, or even savory recipes. And soy milk? It's packed with protein and makes an excellent all-around choice. Bonus, you can stock up on sweetened or unsweetened versions depending on your taste or dietary needs. The best part? Unopened milk alternatives can last for months, sometimes even a whole year. Need milk for recipes? These substitutes have you covered. Running low on breakfast ingredients? Pour some almond milk in your cereal and keep going. These are more than just a backup plan. They're a survival tool. But don't expect them to stay on shelves for long when dairy milk disappears. When panic buying starts, these cartons will disappear too. The time to act is now. Grab extra cartons of your favorite milk alternative today. When dairy dries up, these will be your go-to for everything from cooking to your morning coffee. Waiting could mean losing out. Don't take the risk. Number 9. Peanut butter. You might think you have enough, but trust me, you don't. This pantry powerhouse could be your saving grace when grocery store shelves are emptied overnight. Peanut butter isn't just comfort food, it's survival fuel. When shortages hit and panic sets in, jars of this golden goodness will be some of the first to vanish. Why is peanut butter so essential? For starters, it's packed with protein, healthy fats, and enough calories to keep you fueled during tough times. Just one spoonful can take the edge off hunger and give you the energy to power through your day. And here's the kicker, it can sit in your pantry for months, sometimes years, when stored properly. No refrigeration required. Keep it cool, keep it dry, and it's there, ready when you need it most. Peanut butter is also an MVP when it comes to versatility. Feeling low on supplies? Spread it on toast, spread it into oatmeal, dip some apples, or mix it into smoothies for an instant energy boost. Need a no-cook meal? Slap some spaghetti between 2 pieces of bread and you've got a satisfying sandwich in seconds. Sweet tooth? Mix peanut butter with a drizzle of honey or layer it on crackers for a quick, delicious treat. But here's the real warning. When panic sets in, peanut butter flies off the shelves. Bulk buying is your secret weapon here. Stock up on multiple jars now while they're still affordable. You don't want to wake up one morning to find them completely wiped out. Peanut butter isn't just a backup option. It's a survival staple, especially if you're on a budget. It's inexpensive, nutrient-dense, and endlessly useful. Get yours while you still can. When shortages hit, you'll be glad you prepared. Number 8. Canned meats. If there's one thing you don't want to overlook, it's this. When fresh meat becomes a luxury, expensive, spoiled, or completely unavailable, canned meats could become the backbone of your meals. Tuna, chicken, salmon, they're more than just convenient. They could be your lifeline when the shelves go bare. Canned meats are the ultimate survival food. Why? For starters, they last years. We're talking 3, 4, even 5 years of shelf life if stored properly. No refrigeration, no stress. While others are scrambling for fresh meat that's long gone or out of their budget, you'll have a pantry stocked with protein-rich, ready-to-eat options. It's peace of mind in every can. Tuna is a fan favorite, and for good reason. It's cheap, easy to use, and works well in salads, sandwiches, or casseroles. But don't stop there. Canned chicken can transform into soups, wraps, or pasta dishes, and canned salmon brings omega-3s to the table, perfect for patties or even a quick snack straight from the can. These little lifesavers stretch meals like no other. Lay them out with rice, pasta, or veggies, and you're feeding your family when others may be struggling. But here's the reality. You're not going to be the only one looking to stock up on this. The moment shortages hit, canned meats will fly off the shelves fast. Think back to the panic buying days. This will be no different. Delaying could mean missing out entirely. Don't take that risk. Grab several cans of tuna, chicken, and salmon now. Enough to last you for months. They're storage-friendly, versatile, and packed with nutrients. Trust me, when options start to disappear, you'll be glad you thought ahead. Canned meats aren't just a nice-to-have. They're a must. Prepare now before it's too late. Number 7. Spices and seasonings. Don't underestimate these tiny bottles. They could be your secret weapon for survival. Sure, they may seem like an afterthought, but when food shortages hit and you're left with the bare basics, these little jars will be the difference between bland and bearable. Without them, you may find yourself choking down flavorless meals day after day. Now imagine that nightmare stretching for weeks. Stock up before it's too late. Spices and seasonings are pantry gold. Why? Because they last for years. Yes, years if stored properly in a cool, dry place. While fresh ingredients might vanish from grocery store shelves in a flash or spoil before you can use them, spices stand strong. They take up barely any space, so you can stockpile a wide variety without breaking the bank or cramming your shelves. Start with the essentials. Salt and pepper are non-negotiable. They're the foundation of any meal. Garlic powder, onion powder, and chili powder, they add instant flavor to meats, soups, and beans. Then there's cumin, perfect for bringing out bold, hearty flavors when meals need that extra kick. Don't stop there. Dried herbs like basil, thyme, and oregano are absolute lifesavers for pasta dishes, roasted vegetables, or even canned tomato sauce. Think ahead. What spices do you use most often? Double or triple your stash now. Here's the truth no one tells you. When food becomes scarce, creativity will be your survival tool. Whether it's a can of beans, a plate of plain rice, or frozen veggies, even a pinch of seasoning can change everything. But if you don't stock up beforehand, you're stuck. Once panic buying starts, these non-perishable treasures will fly off the shelves. Act now. Load up on your favorite spices and seasonings today. When the shortages come, these tiny flavor bombs might be the closest thing to comfort you have left. Number 6. Canned goods. If you're not taking canned goods seriously, you're making a critical mistake. They're more than just a convenience. They could be your lifesaver when grocery store shelves are stripped bare and panic sets in. Sure, fresh foods won't last, frozen items may sell out, but canned goods? They're your secret weapon. Canned food has an almost legendary shelf life. Properly stored, most canned goods will last 3, 5, or even 10 years beyond their printed date. Beans, tomatoes, vegetables, soups, meats. These are survival staples, sitting quietly in your pantry, ready for that moment when you have nowhere else to turn. And, unlike fresh food, you don't need to worry about keeping them cold or risking them going bad overnight. Just keep them in a cool, dry spot, and they'll hold steady. But here's the harsh truth. When shortages hit, canned goods will disappear faster than you think. Remember the mad rush of panic buying last time? It'll happen again. Those glorious cans of tuna, beans, and chicken, gone in a flash. The smart thing to do is stock up now while there's still time. Think strategically about what you buy. Unlike others scrambling for random items, focus on versatile, nutrient-rich staples. Stock up on beans for fiber and protein. Canned tomatoes transform basic meals into something hearty. Don't forget protein-packed essentials like tuna, salmon, or canned chicken. Even ravioli or hearty soups can be lifesavers when you're pressed for time and options. And don't forget, stay on top of your inventory. Eat from your stockpile, but always replace what you use. Keep the rotation going so you're always prepared. The clock is ticking. Don't wait for the mad rush before filling your shelves with canned goods. Act now, because when shortages strike, it'll be a game of survival and you'll be thankful you planned ahead. Number 5. Flour and baking essentials. If you're not already stockpiling these pantry staples, you're making a risky mistake. Imagine waking up one morning and finding out shelves are cleared of flour, sugar, and yeast. Sounds dramatic? It's a grim reality once shortages hit, and by then you'll wish you took action sooner. Flour is one of the most versatile ingredients in your kitchen. It's the foundation of so many meals: bread, pancakes, cookies, sauces, and even homemade pasta. Without it, your culinary options shrink fast. And here's the kicker. Flour is affordable and can last for months, even years if you store it properly. A cool, dry place with an airtight container is all it takes to keep bugs and moisture from ruining it. Want extra protection? Freeze it, and you've extended the shelf life even more. But flour isn't the only thing you need. Baking essentials like yeast, sugar, and baking powder are just as critical. Yeast is a small item that often goes unnoticed, but without it, there's no bread, no rolls, and no pizza dough. Check the expiration dates and grab extra packets before everyone else does. Sugar is another key player. It's not just for sweet treats. It's vital for preserving fruits or making syrups, and we all know how fast it flies off shelves during a panic. Baking powder? Don't overlook it. That little canister is the magic behind soft pancakes, fluffy biscuits, and more. Here's the hard truth. When shortages hit, these items are among the first casualties. The scenes of empty aisles and frantic shoppers will repeat themselves. Don't wait to feel the regret of being unprepared. Stock up now on flour and baking essentials. They'll not only keep your pantry stocked, they could be what stands between you and mealtime despair in the weeks ahead. Number 4. Eggs. You might think you'll always be able to grab a carton, but what happens when the shelves are wiped clean? Eggs, one of the most versatile and essential foods in your kitchen, could become a rare and costly item in the middle of a supply chain crisis. Don't make the mistake of thinking they'll always be available. Prepare yourself now. Eggs aren't just for breakfast. They're a meal stretcher, a binder, and an ingredient you can't live without. Omelets, scrambled eggs, baking, thickening soups, or making sauces. Eggs can take a meal from meh to mighty. But here's the dark truth. Rising prices and supply hiccups are already making eggs harder to afford for some families. Imagine how bad it'll get when widespread shortages hit. Typically, fresh eggs can last 3 to 5 weeks past their sell-by date when stored in the fridge. But why stop there? For long-term preparedness, powdered eggs are a game-changer. They can last for years and are a lifesaver when fresh eggs are completely out of reach. Yes, they're a little different, but when the stakes are high, you'll be glad to have them. Eggs are more than convenient. They're packed with protein, vitamins, and minerals your body needs to stay fueled and strong. They're a compact, affordable source of energy, assuming you can still find them when others are panic buying. Don't wait for the chaos. Stock your fridge with extra cartons now, and consider adding powdered eggs to your pantry, because when shelves are empty and supply is cut off, you'll wish you'd thought ahead. Eggs may seem simple, but in tough times, they could be the difference between nourishment and going without. Number 3, canned soup and broth. When chaos hits and the shelves are stripped bare, you're going to wish you had stocked up on these unsung heroes. Canned soup and broth might not sound glamorous, but trust me, they're the lifeline your pantry needs when the going gets tough. If you think you'll just pick them up later, think again. By then, it might be too late. Canned soup isn't just food, it's comfort in a can. Chicken noodle, tomato, vegetable, whatever your go-to is, it's there for you when you're out of time, energy, or fresh ingredients. These soups take minutes to heat up and can go straight from can to bowl. But don't stop there. Want to stretch it out? Add extra noodles, toss in canned veggies, or mix in some shredded chicken. Suddenly you've transformed one can into a hearty, filling meal. And then there's broth. Chicken, beef, vegetable, it's more than just a recipe base. Broth is the backbone of so many dishes. From soups and stews to gravies and sauces, you simply can't cook without it. Picture this. Shortages hit, fresh ingredients disappear, and you're left scrambling to make meals work. Without broth, your creativity in the kitchen is going to hit a dead end. Both canned soup and broth have the kind of shelf life that emergencies demand. Stored properly, they'll wait patiently in your pantry for years, ready to spring into action when you need them most. Small space? No problem. They're compact and stackable, perfect for even the tiniest storage areas. Here's the harsh reality. When shortage panic sets in, canned soup and broth will fly off the shelves overnight. Don't wait to realize how crucial these items are. Start stockpiling now. They're not just convenient, they're survival. Number 2, coffee and tea. Imagine starting your day with no coffee to wake you up, or ending a stressful night without that soothing cup of tea. Sounds terrifying, doesn't it? Well, that nightmare might just become a reality if you don't act fast. Coffee and tea are so much more than just beverages. They're daily rituals, emotional lifelines, and absolute essentials that could vanish from shelves at any moment. Coffee is the lifeblood of countless households. Whether you brew it from whole beans, ground coffee, or rely on instant packets, that morning cup does more than kickstart your day. It keeps you sane when everything else feels chaotic. The great thing about coffee? It can last for months. Stock up now, because when shortages hit, it'll be one of the first things people hoard. Don't leave your caffeine fix up to chance. Grab extra bags or cans today, even if it means stretching your budget. Once the shelves are cleared, you'll regret every unpurchased cup. Tea, on the other hand, is the ultimate comfort companion, especially during stressful times. Green tea to energize, chamomile to relax, or a bold black tea to help you focus. It's more than just a drink, it's a way to maintain your balance when everything around you feels uncertain. Tea bags and loose-leaf teas are compact and incredibly easy to store, making them the perfect addition to your pantry. But don't just buy the basics. Consider herbal blends or flavored teas for variety and added health benefits. Here's the cold, hard truth. When shortages strike, these simple pleasures could disappear overnight. You don't want to wake up one morning desperate for your next cup, only to find the stores empty. Stock up on coffee and tea now while you still have the chance. They're not just drinks. They're survival tools for your sanity in uncertain times. Number 1, oats and cereal. Picture this. You wake up hungry, craving a quick breakfast to jumpstart your day, only to find the shelves are cleared of your go-to pantry staples. It sounds dramatic, but if a food shortage hits, this could be your harsh reality. Oats and cereal might seem simple, but they're the reliable backbone of any pantry. and they'll be among the first to vanish. If you haven't stocked up yet, you're taking a big chance. Oats are more than just breakfast. They're a survival essential. With a long shelf life and unmatched versatility, oats can do it all. Whip up a hearty oatmeal to keep you full for hours, add them to smoothies for an extra fiber boost, or use them in baking to stretch your food supply. A single bag of oats can feed you for weeks, but here's the kicker. They're cheap, too. Right now, they're a budget-friendly staple, but how long will that last when the demand skyrockets during a shortage? Trust me, it's better to buy that extra bag now than risk going without. Then there's cereal. This isn't just a sugary treat, it's a quick, convenient meal option that can carry you through busy mornings or emergency situations. Whether you grab a box of kid-friendly favorites or opt for something wholesome like granola or bran flakes, cereal has something for everyone. Here's the beauty. Like oats, cereal has a long shelf life. Toss a few boxes into a cool, dry pantry, and you'll have an easy, no-stress meal option ready whenever you need it. Don't underestimate these pantry staples. When the panic buying begins and stores are picked clean, you'll wish you'd grabbed oats and cereal while you could. Cheap, versatile, and easy to store. These are your first line of defense against an empty pantry. Don't wait. Stock up before it's too late.